Hey, it's David here from Freedom Bounders. Are you leveraging your inflection points? What's an inflection point? Well, we use something in Freedom Bounders called the Freedom Curve. I'm going to kind of show it to you. The Freedom Curve goes like this. It starts down towards the bottom of one's career path, getting out of school, and then going to work in a business or practice, and that curve starts to elevate like this. And up here at the top is where one has maximized their freedom opportunities in life. Because here's the deal. Going to work, having a business, having a practice, making money is never the end game. It's trading the money you make for the things you want to do in life. It's trading the equity or the capital gain that you build up in a viable business or practice and trading that someday for what you really want in life. But you've got to be in there working that. So there's inflection points along the way on this curve that goes like this. At some point, as the curve starts to move up, sometimes people call it the hockey stick. It's where there's a pop. There's a pop in the curve, and the curve, instead of staying very relatively flat and linear like this, the curve will go along and then it'll pop. It'll pop. Well, there's two places where that curve can pop, and I call the first area is in the practice. Taking your practice or your business is your primary asset. It's your primary engine that drives everything for you in your life to move towards ultimate freedom, which is up here, way up here at the top of the curve. But down here at the very bottom, when you're getting started in practice, that curve is relatively flat. Yeah, you're paying off debt. You're trying to get things going. You're trying to understand business and clinical efficiency, getting things going, getting a real business going. There's a number of drivers that will help you hit that inflection point relatively early on in your practice to get that curve popping. I don't have time to go into all those in this video. This is not the purpose of it. But just to let you know, if you'll pop those inflection points, something we help our people and our members in our Freedom Blueprint workshops do, then you move to the next point, inflection point curve, and that is as you're building wealth, capital gain, profit, not just income. Income is great, but you need profit. You need to build wealth because that's what you're going to ultimately trade in the right investments to provide cash flow, passive cash flow that will then start replacing your active income. See, there's a process to this. In the traditional financial model, it doesn't even come close. In fact, it ruins people because it doesn't give them any certainty of cash flow. They try to accumulate all this wealth, and there's no pop on the inflection curve. It just kind of stays steady like this. Well, actually, it goes like this, up and down with the stock market, Wall Street financials. It just goes up and down. There's never a pop. To learn how to hit that pop, you've got to learn how to invest in alternative investments, including your practice, or maybe multiple practices if that's what you like to do. But alternative investments is the way to go. It's not taught by financial advisors. They can't make money doing that. They don't know anything about it, so they put everybody in 401ks, defined benefit plans, and put them on Wall Street because that's the only construct they have. That plan, it's an old model. It's a way, way worn out model, and if that's your plan, I would just tell you to look hard at it and look for some alternatives because that plan will not get you where you want to go, not any time soon. You don't want to be doing what you're doing until you're in your 60s or 70s. You want to start having that freedom earlier because that's your life. It's your life. You only get a chance to live it once. And if you wait for someday when you think you got it all right, that day is likely never to come. Keep that in mind. And remember, always stay focused on your freedom. I'll see you next time.